the Strong Wrath combo. Guys, over to you.
Thanks, Sims. Yes, this matchup coming up right now, it is going to be a grudge match. There is a big rivalry between Riot's, Chalky. These two have been teammates in the past, and there's a lot of tension between these two teams. They both want to just destroy each other in this matchup. So we're going to definitely see some good games. I'm expecting to see some really close matches in the Slayers. These are both really powerful slaying teams. So we're going to see how it pans out.
Mike, never a truer word said. This is going to be a bloodbath. This is going to be an extremely passionate game. There is a lot on the line for both of these teams. There's a lot of bad blood between both of them, and I like to think that it's going to come out in very verbal. Both teams will be very, very verbal. We'll be hearing a lot of smack talk. Not all of it will be suitable for stream, so we may avoid listen-ins. But it's going to be a very passionate game. It's in both teams. There's a real rich history between them, and I'm looking to see them go at it. I want to see no holds barred, gloves off. I want to see blood. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
And you know, Riot's, he's going to be throwing punches virtually.
Virtual punches.
But yeah, Riot's, he's very confident in his gameplay and his team. Now he's got Fusion back on his squad. They're kind of the duo, and I can see them just once they get on fire, they're going to start wrecking through everyone, and their teamwork is incredible. I actually had the chance to play against TCM. In a past event, and their teamwork was really good. So it's nice to see them still striving and possibly winning this trip to come to the States and play in the grand finals.
So Mike, you have some first-hand experience against some of these players. What do you think? How do you think they're going to be performing against each other? I mean, you are it's safe to say, Mike, that you're a Halo legend. You are one of the few sort of Halo Illuminati. You know, you've been around since day one, and you've got a lot of wins on your belt. They would be playing against you. You know, you're a big name. They want to prove everything to a player like you, and they want to give their absolute best. Now, against players that have got a strong history with, do you think it's going to be the same level of intensity? Do you think they're going to be bringing the same sort of game, or do you think this is a little bit more personal? Do you think they're going to be playing? Their heads and their heart may not be completely aligned here because it's more of a vendetta against one another.
I mean, a little bit of both, but obviously, yeah, if one team gets in the other team's head, it could just shut them down. And like we said earlier, today it's do or die. If they're not playing the way they need to play, they're just going to get shut down and be sent home. So I'm sure Riots and Fusion, even Chalky, Ramirez, these guys, they've come to play, they've come to win, and they're not going to let anything stand in their way. The biggest thing I think Riots was talking about, he was saying communication. Communication is one of the biggest things a team needs to do in this entire series, in the entire tournament. If they're not communicating, their teammates aren't going to know what they're doing. They're going to fall apart and crumble.
They're going to crumble.
As long as they're communicating and working together, you're going to see these teams just play really well.
Before we go, I'd just like to say how amazing DZS played. I was on the edge of my tiny seat. It was absolute. It was a nail biter. I mean, the first game, I could not believe how powerful they came out the gates. They were swinging. They wanted to win it. You could tell that there was a real will to win there. The guys were not going to give up. And until the final game, the score became there was a gap there. There was a big gap. But it was still, their passion was there, and you could tell with a little bit more practice, with some more experience under their belt, some more chemistry as a team, there would have been something really special there.
Yeah, with Kimbo, this is his first event, and he played exceptionally well. So I mean, he's kind of getting warmed up into the heat of things. It's his first tournament. He's never been in the hot seat before. So he played really well that first game, like you said. It was just neck and neck the entire way. And after that, they slowly kind of fell off, but they're still in this. They can make their way up through the losers bracket and take some faces.
I want to see DZS fight their way through the losers bracket. Now, they will not know who they will be playing until we see TCM versus Vibe, which is coming up next. I think we should cut to a commercial.